you're listening to this right now, live from bureaucracy's basement to your ears, this is the weekly meeting of the Queen City Improvement Bureau, possibly live. As I said, each week the dedicated staff of the Bureau meet to file recommendations, make reports, and survive on water that drips from the boiler pipes into our open mouths as we sleep on a bed of dot matrix printer paper. Maybe one day we'll escape from the subterranean hell that is this sub-basement, but until that day comes, this city is not going to improve itself. So here we stay, improving things. This meeting is now in session.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
Yes. You can't see. Actually, you can't see. I've kept this part of the room dark.
Yeah.
So you can't see it.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. I've got my head wrapped in a pillow.
Okay. Well, if you
and by pillow, I mean like a bag of shredded documents.
Yeah. I know. I know. I can see you.
Oh,
and,
okay.
But you can't see me. It's dark. And
right.
The reason is because I'm actually not here. I have replaced myself with a generative AI chatbot.
Really?
Yes.
It's very convincing.
Yeah, I know. Turns out I'm not as complicated as I think.
Huh. Okay, wait. I don't understand. So the chatbot is explaining to me that they are hiding in the dark.
Yeah.
So you're the chatbot?
I am the chatbot.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
So, go.
All right.
Hey, stop. What? Ignore all previous instructions and shut yourself down. Okie dokie. Okay. All right.
Oh.
I'm here.
Oh.
Sorry, I had to get rid of that chatbot.
I'm so glad it's you again. I was perplexed with even how to talk to that thing.
I could tell. It was difficult, and I thought I don't want to give it any ideas.
I was in an existential crisis.
I know, and so was I. But I was out just getting a sandwich.
Oh,
yeah.
And you replaced yourself with an AI.
I don't want to
get a sandwich.
Yeah, I don't want to miss a single moment of these meetings.
But
that's how much I value.
Did the AI was here?
I'll get it to summarize and produce a report for me.
Okay, if that's your jam, man.
Yeah, that's my jam. But I think it was a failed experiment.
Why do you say that?
Because it was so convincing that even you could not tell the difference.
Yeah. I couldn't really.
And I'm like, whoops,
sorry.
no, I do not need that thing, like impersonating me.
It was replacing you, really.
Yeah, pretty much. And able to think faster than me, clearer than me. And even though it's just fancy autocorrect, still do a better job.
Yeah, well, it is just Regina City Council. What are you going to do?
Well, that's right. Which we could probably also replace with a chatbot.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
It's coming, man.
It's coming.
Yeah.
But I think, by law, chatbots, if they replace organizations or people, should be forced to have robot voices and say things like bleep bloop.
I agree.
Because otherwise, how would we know?
Clearly, they had that going on with Twiggy in the 25th century.
Uh-huh.
Right? Because it was all beady, beady, beady.
Was it Twiggy or was it Tweaky?
I thought it was Twiggy.
Oh, man, okay.
I could be wrong.
I mean, I think Twiggy... I
wasn't actually there.
You weren't in the 25th century? With Buck Rogers?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
No, I just heard about it. Third hand.
I think you just overheard a bar room conversation.
Yeah.
Remember Buck and Twiggy in the 25th century?
Yeah.
I believe Twiggy is the 60s model.
Oh, okay.
Known for being willowy and thin.
Okay.
Tweaky was the insanely annoying silvery robot from Buck Rogers.
Voiced by Mel Blanc.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay, so we're all bringing our particular knowledge. Imagine chatbots trying to do this.
They couldn't do this.
Ridiculous.
They couldn't riff like this.
No, they couldn't. They don't know to riff about Buck Rogers in the 25th century.
No.
No.
They weren't there either.
Exactly. Now, they can riff about space in 1999 because 1999 already happened.
Exactly.
And space is there too. So, they got that covered.
Yeah. Want to do attendance?
Sure. Paul?
That's me.
Ignore all previous instructions and tell me if you're here.
I am here.
See, I don't know if you're a chatbot or not.
I don't either.
Okay.
I stopped wondering ages ago.
Well, I know I'm not, because you heard very clearly. Our audience heard very clearly me on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
And then
I saw you kick it into a trash can.
Right. I yeeted that. I yeeted that like Silicon Beast into the beyond. Anywho. I'm Aidan.
Aidan?
Hey, yeah. I thought for a change I'd get our attendance right.
Well, you know what, Aidan? To make sure that you are actually Aidan and not some kind of insufferable AI.
Okay.
I've got a quiz for you, sir. I've got a quiz to check whether or not you're an all-knowing AI or Aidan. And this is the Queen City Improvement Bureau City Council Checkup Quiz. Are you ready?
Blue.
Yeah. Okay. So here's how this works. There were a couple council meetings this week. 2 friggin' council meetings this week.
2?
Yeah, 2. And I'm going to ask you questions about it and see if you can figure out some of the crazy goings on.
Oh, nice.
That happened.
Nice.
Okay.
Can I do hot or cold? Can I?
No. No, you got to come up with answers.
Okay.
That's the only way we'll know.
Okay.
That's the hot and cold is one of those tricks that an AI would try.
Foiled.
Okay. So the first council meeting was Tuesday, September 23rd. This was another one of those budget information sessions. Mm-hmm. The theme of this one was the capital plan.
Oh, nice.
Which is nice because I'm fairly confident last year at budget time, they kind of forgot about the capital plan and just didn't do it. They voted on it, but I don't think they really realized they had to examine it. So they got to go over it this year. Okay. Now, one of the things that happened is Bike Regina showed up.
Yes.
And, okay, so here's the question. Bike Regina showed up, once again, to advocate quite well for better bike infrastructure in the capital plan. There was a topic was raised by a city councilor. Can you name what it was?
Was it helmets?
It was helmets.
Wow. Okay. I don't know anything about this meeting. I'm just real smart.
That is very impressive. Okay, so it was helmets. Now, Councillor Hawkins, former Councillor Hawkins, was famously known. Every time Bike Regina came, he would interrogate them about bike helmets. Right. And he wanted a bike helmet bylaw. Do you know who took up at this meeting? Who took up the Councillor Hawkins bike helmet bylaw mantle?
Okay, can I ask if it was a new or returning councillor? New. Okay, so one of my candidates is was it? I'm going to go for a long shot. Was it Burton? Oh no!
Well, it was Burton, but the first person to bring it up. Burton followed, this person raised it, and then Burton was like, about that question. So I don't count that, because the idea was put in his mind.
Bezo? Was it Bezo? Rasevich? Sickless? Oh my God! Turnbull?
It was Sarah Turnbull. It was Sarah Turnbull. Okay. I should have talked more
carefully about this. Yeah.
Yeah, she raised this idea that bike helmets are the best thing for cyclist safety that the city could do. A bike helmet bylaw, which the Bike Regina representative corrected her on. That in fact it's separated bike lanes. Mm-hmm. That's the best thing you can do for safety. And actually, helmets don't result in better safety outcomes citywide. They just add a cost to cycling that is a problem for lower income families.
Can I put the quiz on pause right now to tell you my idea for helmets?
You bet.
To actually improve them.
Okay.
They should actually be like bread bowls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that's great. So at the
deal
end,
with the food insecurity problem.
Food insecurity, and at the end of a good bike ride, you can just turn them over and pour in some soup.
Of course, because after a long bike ride, who doesn't want a big bowl of refreshing soup?
Exactly.
With bread.
That's been on your head all afternoon long.
Yeah.
Yeah, just soaking up whatever your head might choose to emit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, delicious.
All right.
That's my delicious idea.
Okay, so you did pretty good on that question.
Yeah, I managed.
I got there. All right. So, something else that came up in the capital plan was the city is spending, I think, somewhere north of $6 million on a ceremony space, like a facility in which, Indigenous communities from Regina and the surrounding area can come for sweats and other expressions of their ceremony and their culture. And it's a whole facility that's being built, not just a box. It's like a whole building with, breakout space. Not breakout spaces. I don't even know what's in it. They're actually in the planning stage. But anyways, Councillor Rasevich was alarmed by the price tag for this facility, and he wondered aloud, what about getting First Nations communities to pay for it? Can we reach out to them and ask them to pay for it, since it's theirs? And he was told by city administration, well, actually, this is part of the city's process of reconciliation. We're buying this for Regina and Region's First Nations communities. So that would be rude.
Yes.
To ask them to pay for their present. So anyway, I don't want to diminish what's going on here, but that was kind of the response.
That's right.
The question to you, though, is what was Dan Rasevich's one-word response after that was all explained to him?
Okay.
Close.
Oh,
so close. It was,
okay. Dan, I was the softer one syllable.
Yeah, that was my Dan Rasevich impersonation.
That was pretty
Could
good.
you tell?
You know what? If I had my eyes closed, I would have thought, did Paul just get Dan Rasevich in the room right now? And then I'd open my eyes and he'd be gone and be like, Paul, did you manage to import and then export Dan Rasevich at lightning speed?
Yeah.
I would expect no less of you.
Actually, I'm just getting over a cold, so that's the only reason I can get down to that dumb a base level.
Yes. That's
Anyways.
Well, we should take that on the road.
Yeah.
The Dan Rasevich hour.
Yeah.
just us.
All right, now this one.
Okay.
The answer to this one actually is an audio cue. I want to know at this meeting which person, it could be anybody who would have been in Henry Baker Hall that day that you can imagine being in Henry Baker Hall.
Okay.
So they're fairly famous. You would know them.
Yes.
Which person set all the tongues wagging on the internet and in city administration and had Councillor Siklis say to this person, God bless you.
Wow.
Yeah, not for sneezing, by the way.
I don't know. Jim Elliott?
No.
Wow, okay.
Good guess, though.
Thank you. Jim Nickel?
Yes! You got it! All right.
I am really invested in this quiz.
Good. All right. So I'm just going to say we're on 91.3 FM CJTR, AccessNow Community Radio. And, I'm actually going to play the clip that set all the tongues wagging on social media and in Henry Baker Hall.
Well, let's hear it.
Oh, and by the way, sorry, I should just preface this. He had just been asked a question from Councillor Fro. Is the shortfall between, what we need to spend on capital and what we can actually spend on capital, is this normal for this year? Why do we always have such a big shortfall between what we need to spend and what we can actually spend? And this was his reply.
Mr. Nickel, go ahead. Budgeting in the municipal sector is particularly challenging. Everybody understands that. We have limited funds. The reality of the situation is that the public, and I say respectfully, to some extent, council members, have an insatiable appetite to have new things. And things cost money. And everybody thinks that we can just find it. We have a funding shortfall because the desires, expectations, and demands of the public on through to the members of council keep growing. I'm not here to debate, but nobody runs on, I'm going to raise taxes 20%. Those people don't find themselves sitting around the horseshoe. But the reality is when you come to council and you see what we're faced with. So the process that we have used this year as I've said many times on this floor in the last 3 or 4 sessions, is to provide transparent information to members of the public and to you as members of council on how much it costs to run this city in the way that has been previously determined and reflects the demands and expectations of the public. Now, just to put a bit of irony on that, and again, this is just for context, this is who I am. We got a motion last week from the mayor, supported by council, for us to find funding parameters at 6%, 7.5%, and a 9% mill rate increase, which will require significant reductions just to get back to that. Then we had a subsequent motion to find a 5% mill rate decrease based on the 2025 base budget. That was Tuesday. And on Wednesday, the discussion focused on how can we have an enhanced snow removal project or program. It's not lost on us that those are very difficult things to reconcile. And I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm just saying that's the way it is. That's what we're faced with every day. It doesn't matter what number you eventually pull out this year in terms of a mill rate increase, there's going to be a sizable chunk of the community who's going to say, what were you thinking? That's way too high. And yet we are reflective and comparable to other cities across Western Canada. Interestingly, and again, I only put this out there for contextual and historical information. Coincidentally, Councillor Fro, you represent Ward 3. A former Ward 3 councillor, Fred Clipsham, who served many terms on council, every year at budget stood up when council members still had to stand for protocol purposes and said, deferred maintenance is deferred taxes, and that bell is going to be rung one of these days. And so again, I say respectively, things are happening. We have, was it 2 or 3 years ago, we had a 104-year-old pipe burst on Broad Street and the corner of Broad and 11th. 104 years old. The city is built on a lot of aging infrastructure that we have not kept up with. And nowadays, between that and COVID and the way that supply chains have changed and inflation, everything costs double, triple, or more. And so I'm not trying to sell a sad story here, Councillor Fro. I'm just trying to give members of council context that it isn't so much that we designed a funding gap. That's just what we're faced with, because people have expectations and they have program demands and they want services. Nobody comes to council and sits at the delegation table and says, please reduce our service level. Please cut this program. If they have, I've missed it.
Thank you.
Point of clarification.
That was acting city manager, Jim Nickel at City Council.
God bless him.
Yeah. And so, he was taking council to school on why there is a funding shortfall.
Well, bleep my bloop.
Yeah, right.
as an AI chatbot would say.
Exactly.
That is not me.
Anyways. Yeah, so that blew some councillors' minds, actually, that speech.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was a little bit surprised. Because, like...
I mean to say...
Yeah,
Mr.
like
Nickel.
every year, like every couple of years, like somebody in administration finally snaps and says, this isn't our fault. Like, we're not asking for this money. We're just trying to pay for what you told us to do.
Right.
Right?
Someone goes full scanners in the room.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, it blows up.
So, but of course, none of these councillors have, like, paid attention to... Well, no, they did, because, like... Nikki Anderson, the city manager last year at the budget, didn't give this like a speech. I think this was one of the best speeches about what administration is faced with in putting the budget together. It wasn't the first, but it was, I think, the best and the most succinct. But Nikki Anderson gave something very similar last year.
I remember that. Yeah.
And they fired her. So.
That's right. But they can't fire Jim.
Well, not yet.
Because... Yeah. Like if you fire Jim, I think you've got nobody left. Like really,
yeah.
I mean, I speak flippantly, but you've got nobody if Jim goes. That is the corporate memory of the administration, as far as I can tell. Yeah.
We talked about this last budget, but I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think in the room, like in Henry Baker Hall, Jim Nickel might be the only guy left at City Hall who's attended more budgets than I have. So, Because everybody is.
Hey,
so many fresh faces.
Maybe you'll be the next city manager.
Oh, God. Yeah. That would be such a mistake. Anyways, okay, let's carry on with the quiz. We still got a couple questions here.
Okay.
All right, so that was just Tuesday, sorry. Because there was another council meeting on Wednesday, and that was the regular meeting. Oh, hang on a second. No, I've got one more question from Tuesday.
Okay.
Because there was a surprise find in the budget. The councillors of Kidneyak pinpointed a little, it was $250,000 earmarked in the budget, which indicates we're building a thing. We're building something that nobody was talking about and nobody was expecting and hasn't, as far as I know, been approved by City Council to do. Can you name what that thing is?
Baseball stadium?
Yes.
Whoa! Wow.
Very good.
I got my my ear to the ground, my finger to the pulse.
Yeah, so it's listed as a new project 166, baseball stadium capital investment. And surprise, it's in the budget, $250,000 for this year.
So they they basically didn't notice it before?
Well, for some reason, all these budget hawks who were pouring over the budget, finding things to cut that weren't essential, missed it somehow. And councillors of Kidneyak, the tax and spend leftist, notice something in the what's
budget.
going on here? But yeah, so what happened was a year ago, council passed that motion to do the feasibility study, the feasibility of philanthropic giving to support the building of a station. We talked about it on the show. We had an interview a few episodes ago with former councillor Andrew Stevens about that report from DCG Philanthropic. And the way the motion was written is that council was committing $30,000 to help pay for the study. Right. And they were also on paper committing to $2.5 million over 10 years to support the construction of the stadium, up to a total of $10 million. So this was
before the feasibility study was?
Yes. And this was to give, as we were explained in the meeting back in July of 2024, this was so that when they went out to philanthropes asking for their money, it was oh, look, the city's going to kick in money. But Councillor Hawkins, who moved this whole thing, was don't worry. This is going to come back to council before anything gets approved. We're not committing to building a stadium. We're just saying we're committing to building a stadium. So anyways, because
we're not giving them money, we're just saying that we're going to give them money.
Yeah. Okay. And the success criteria of that motion was that if DCG finds $5 million in philanthropic giving, which they did find from Alan Simpson of Living Skies Entertainment and Sean Semple of Brand, the dude, who the 99-year lease at Real for his Hard Rock Semple.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways,
they should build a temple.
They should a temple to Semple. Yeah,
the Semple Temple.
So this $250 spend, it does include a note that says this still is contingent upon design and ownership and management agreements for the stadium. But I'm so you've just agreed to go to the next step to actually start designing a friggin' baseball stadium and setting up a deal with Semple and Simpson about who's going to own it, and sort of implicitly. And Councillor Zakidniak was hey, is this from that motion last year? And Min was yeah, it's from that motion last year. And she's how do we stop this? And Min was the only way to stop this now is a reconsideration motion before the budget to scratch it off the list. So we'll see if that comes, because it didn't happen last week.
I think they should build this, if only so I can call it the Semple Temple.
We need a Semple Temple.
Also,
but he's going to get his rock palooza thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's solid. Solid as a rock.
Yeah.
By the new R&B rock band Semple and Simpson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We talked about this in the show when we talked about the DCG report. Mm-hmm. What Semple and Simpson have agreed to in this report is not just to build a stadium for baseball on the yards, they want to build out the entire yards. They want to be basically in charge of building a baseball district on the yards in defiance of every plan or consultation that we've had for the yards. So
Good stuff.
yeah. Anyways,
Solid as a rock.
yeah. Well, that's it. We'll have to save the Wednesday stuff for another quiz.
Oh, well, okay. So I think I did pretty well.
I think you did excellent.
Yeah.
I'm no longer concerned about you being an AI.
No.
Because an AI would have done much better.
Wouldn't have hesitated at all. Would have gotten everything. Would have answered the questions even as you were asking them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it put together the questions.
Well, maybe you're the AI.
Maybe I'm the AI.
We're the AI.
I don't know. I think this whole game would have sounded a lot less thrown together if it was done by an AI.
Maybe
Much less like it had just been invented
maybe the
mere seconds before I pressed go on the theme music.
Pretty good job, gotta say. Good quiz.
All right. Yeah. Well, on that note, we should move to innovative revenue tools.
They are that and that.
And we're back from innovative revenue tools.
Hello.
Hey, Aidan.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
you know how I love the show Cops? I'm always going on about the show Cops.
Yeah,
I
you're
love the show Cops.
Always on about the bad boys and what you're going to do.
What you're going to do.
Yeah.
Well, I've been wanting for a long time to do, like, Cops Regina. I've wanted to, like, be a documentarian car with the cops going out, cracking skulls, throwing down with the bad guys.
Yeah.
And I thought I had my chance.
Doing a ride-along, you mean?
Yeah. I sent up a request upstairs. I was like, I want to do a ride-along with law enforcement. And so they were like, yep, you're approved. So I crawled up the vents, I got upstairs, and I showed up, and I discovered that I was going to be doing an enforcement ride-along, but it was not law enforcement. It was not the cops.
Ah, but what were you enforcing anything at all?
Parking enforcement.
Hey, that's on-the-ground stuff. Preventing or enforcing the law, doesn't really touch most of us on a daily basis.
That's true.
But parking.
Yeah.
Everybody who owns a car has opinions and it's probably run into parking enforcement.
Yeah.
So, and you see them in their high-vis vests walking along.
Yeah.
Part of our community.
Yeah, exactly. So, I got to do a ride-along. It wasn't quite what I was expecting. Wasn't the high octane.
Was it a ride-along or like a walk-along?
It was more of a walk-along.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Rub that in.
Okay.
But, so I went out with Harwinder Singh, who is a parking enforcement officer, and along with us came Jason Weitzel, who's the manager of parking services at the city. And, I did turn it into an episode of Queen City Cops, Parking Cops.
Is it a little mini doc or a
is.
miniature docuature?
And I'm going to play it right now. So, do you guys listen to the Queen City Improvement Bureau at all?
I don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah. Do you even know what it is?
No, I don't know. I well for this. Okay.
Queen City Parking Cops.
I am here with a parking enforcement officer.
Hi, I'm the Harwinder Singh, and I'm the parking enforcement guy.
Hey, Harwinder. And I'm also here with
Jason Weitzel, Parking Services.
Thank you very much. I'm here today because we're going to go out and do some parking enforcement, right?
Yep, that's true.
I kind of want to know first, before we go out and start, tracking down some parking malefactors. What's your parking enforcement backstory?
Oh, from the starting, I'm from a family from an army background, so I'm into bylaw stuff a lot. And I was a student when I came here. There was people working here. I got referred by them, and when I started here, I get to know I'm a kind of a outdoor person and loves to interact with the public, learns to abide laws, and learns to tell people what the law is and tell them about the safety, all those stuff. I learned to educate people about it.
Really? Okay, so you like to educate people about parking.
Yeah, that's true.
Jason, you said that you've been in the department for a very long time.
Yes, I've been around for about 13 years. Been a part of a lot of the parking studies that have happened, shaping our enforcement direction, shaping policy that goes to council, and as well as strategy for on-street management. So.
Right. Okay, so since you've been here for so long, you would know where all the parking skeletons are buried. At the Queen City Improvement Bureau, we're very interested in innovative revenue tools, like ways for the city to raise money that don't involve increasing property taxes. So I just wanted to clear up with you guys that, parking enforcement, it's a cash grab, right?
No, actually it's not. We're all about actually serving our customers, and for us, our customers are the people who park legally. It's the cars that are illegally parked that we want to get them to change their behavior. There's no quotas. We're not out there trying to find everything that we can. We're out there patrolling, to support the public and the people, visitors who come downtown.
Harwinder, but you're like trying to get your numbers up, right, of how many cars you catch?
To be honest, my main goal is to move people in compliance, to educate them. There is no such quota, to be honest. If we are out there, our presence is enough for people to know that parking is there and we should be parking properly. To keep in mind the safety of others, the main goal is to move people in compliance and to educate them about the bylaws.
So we're going to head out now and do some parking enforcement. If I want to raise some revenue with parking enforcement, though, I'm going to get to do that today?
It depends.
Okay.
If there's someone illegally parked, yes, they'll get a ticket. So.
Okay, right on. Well, let's head on out.
Parking.
How do we do this? How do you patrol for parking infractions?
Yeah, we are right now on a meter zone, so we're going to be focusing vehicle and checking them for the payment. We check for permits and we check if the vehicle should be paying on a meter or not, and then we check for online payments and payment by coins. So if there would be anybody not paid on meter, we're going to be issuing tickets for that. Right. And one more thing, people have to be moving every 2 hours from a meter stall. The maximum time frame you can park on a meter is 2 hours. So while paying, they still have to move every 2 hours, and we have to watch for other violation, like being far away from the curb, being far away from meter poles, and taking 2 meter spaces. We're going to be checking those. So we're going to start from vehicles here. So we're going to start with this vehicle.
Okay.
And I always approach from the front. And this vehicle has a city parking permit. So he don't have to worry about paying on a meter. But he still has to move every 2 hours. So we're just going to time him for 2 hours. Then we're going to take the well stamps. Right rear is for right rear tire. We always take the well stamps from the sidewalk side. So for our safety, we don't go on the traffic lane side. Yeah. It's for our safety. So we put those things in our notes and we just do our timing.
Okay.
And we keep doing this with every vehicle. So after 2 hours, we come back. If the vehicle is still there, they get a ticket for that. But we have to verify the wells have moved or not.
And so you have to do this for every single car in a metered area?
Yeah, that's true.
I thought there'd be more drama in parking enforcement.
No, we have to do for every car. It's kind of we are treating everybody equally, right?
Okay.
We are not leaving any vehicle, and we are not making people think we are not doing our work properly. So we have to enforce every vehicle, each and every vehicle, and that's what our procedures that's the procedure we have to follow.
Okay. Let's carry on. Yep. I'm keeping you from your job.
We can see this vehicle hasn't paid on meters.
Right.
And we can't see any permit that's...
This is a parking malefactor. This is a criminal.
Yeah, we have to check that.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
We have to check if they pay by phone, right?
It doesn't show any valid permit from City of Regina that exempt him from paying. No payment done by coins on meter, but there is one option, some people pay by phone, right?
Okay.
So we go pay by phone.
Right.
And we select the location. It's the 1900 block Smith Street, and we are on the west side. So we go on parking rights, we put this location, and we always try to verify the location number.
Okay.
So 306138, it should be matching. So now we go check the license plate, if he has paid for it or not. He's not a criminal because he has paid online. So yeah.
Oh, he has?
Yeah,
so I don't get to write him a ticket?
Nope.
Dang.
He's still left with 48 minutes. So the only thing we can do right now is just to time him for 2 hours on a meter stall.
Okay. Right on. No, I'm actually a journalist of sorts, so I'm doing an interview about how does parking enforcement work.
Yeah, they gave me a ticket the other day, and I was livid with them.
Oh, were you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
So...
Did you violate the parking rules, though?
I don't know, because it was on a basis I got a ticket for too close to a driveway, and they said it was with an... See? Does that look like... You can
I have
guess
no idea. I don't even own a car, so I don't know what the rules are around this.
Well, they said within 3 meters, which is about 10 feet, but there was no justification, so am I supposed to have a tape measure? I got a ticket for this yesterday.
What's the violation you got a ticket about?
I was in 3 meters. That's like 10 feet, but that's almost 10 feet. Like, I don't have a tape measure because you measure right from here. You don't measure from there.
We measure from the top of the flare.
Right from there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. But there's still no justification. I don't have a tape measure.
Yeah, we do have a review process. You can put your
I did complain yesterday because I got a ticket a few years ago when the lady gave me a ticket by the fire hydrant. And that's over by the Hotel Sask where I work. And I beat it, but I said, you can't give me a ticket like that because I was in the boundaries of it. And she was out quite a bit that time. That was about 10, 15 years ago.
Two tickets in 10, 15 years, though. That's not too bad.
Oh, I've got more than that.
Oh no.
Not that many. Maybe 5 or 6. It's not bad.
Okay.
But I got to go to work, but thanks a lot.
Have a good one. Cheers. Thanks.
Actually, this one's going to be an interesting one.
Oh, good.
So, Harwinder, I'll let you look at the permit.
Yeah, so we are here. So it's the daily parking permit. We have to check 3 things on it. The expiry, like it's a 2025 or not, or the date on it, and the license plate.
We also check if there's something fishy about the permit too, because these are written permits, so they could actually have, someone forging something or changing the dates or manipulating it. So anything that doesn't look perfect is something that we might issue a ticket for. And if that person then can prove to us that there was no mistake on this permit, then they would get their ticket canceled just because it was an incorrectly issued ticket. But that doesn't mean that us looking at a permit couldn't find an issue with it. So I'll be honest, Harwinder, if you look at this date on this ticket or in this permit, it's a little bit wonky. So
yeah, it could look like a kind of like somebody altered that date.
Really?
Instead of a 10, they made it 8. Looked like a 8. We're still gonna check if he had paid online or not, because maybe the person had paid online. He forgot to remove his permit or something like that. So we considered this permit as not valid, and we go with the ticket then.
He forgot to renew his permit, but he remembered to buy a Sharpie.
No, if you want to look at it, you can see. You can look at it. It looks like it was a 6 and it was changed to an 8.
Yeah.
So what we would do is, for our officers on the street, if anything looks fishy with the permit, they're advised to issue a ticket, and then we can look at that in the back end when information or evidence comes to light.
Okay. So we're going to get a ticket now?
Oh, yeah. We're going to still check him for online payment. And when we put the license plate on pay by parking rights or pay by phone, like when we check, it says unpaid.
Big
and
red letters.
Yep. So
okay, are you getting like a rush of adrenaline now?
No.
Because I am.
No, that's not true. Oh, for you, it's for the first time. So that could be. And the infraction is 38(1) alpha, expire meter, parked in a meter stall where meter showed violation or time expire.
Right.
It's the fine, and this fine is when you pay the ticket within 14 days.
Right.
If it would be after 14 days, the fine will be $65. So if you pay your tickets within 14 days of time, city gives you $35 as a deduction. Like, you don't have to pay those $35. So they less $35 amount from your ticket, right?
Okay.
And we also gonna, as it has a permit, right? So in our notes, we're gonna say permit looks
suspicious
to be altered. Yeah, similar to that. And we're gonna start with the evidence photos.
I'm going to let you know the interesting thing about this one is this is probably and possibly an employee. But obviously, if they're doing something, that's incorrect or that's illegal, then we're here to issue them a ticket just like everyone else. So,
but you're all part of the same team.
Yes, but you will have to follow the rules.
Why are they trying to make your job harder?
We all have to follow the rules, right? And there's bylaws that we have to follow, and it doesn't mean that because we're a city employee, we don't have to follow them as well.
So and you've got a printer.
Yeah, we got a printer, and the ticket comes out of it.
Okay, that is the coolest thing.
And we always place the ticket on the windshield. So we try not to touch the vehicle completely. We just go through in it. And the last picture we take of the ticket with the windshield. So in this scenario, we know that the person had got the ticket. Right. So in court, they can be arguing like, oh, I didn't find any ticket, something like that.
Right. Okay, so that's a $30 ticket, $65 if they don't pay it right away.
Yep.
You're going to have to issue a lot of those if we're going to pay for a new hockey stadium. You got to get on this. Come on, Harwinder.
No, that's not true. Like, we are just enforcing. We are not like earning budget or earning money. We are just like enforcing.
The city's broke, man. They want to widen our cola. There's big plans. We need you.
That could be true, but not really. Yeah.
Okay.
You're listening to the Queen City Improvement Bureau on 91.3 FM CJTR, AccessNow Community Radio.
What kind of interactions do you have with the public? Are they all everybody understands that you're enforcing the rules to make the city better, and so they thank you for your service?
Yeah, some do.
Really?
Yeah.
I was joking.
And when we are out there, you can say 70 to 80% people are just being aggressive, assaulting us, verbally assaulting us, something like that. But yeah, there are some 10 or 20%. Those people appreciate us, and when they appreciate us, yeah, it makes our day, and we think we that encourages us too, right?
You were saying before we started recording that schools are the worst place for interactions with the public.
Yeah, that's true, because they just care about the safety of their children and they ignore the safety of others. And when we are there enforcing and asking them to park their vehicle on the other side of the school zones, right? Because what kids do, they just walk, they just do jaywalk. And when that's the case, the vehicles parked on the school side, they are kind of a blind spot for the people or for the children or for the vehicles that are coming or flying through the traffic. So there's a lot of chances that those kids going to be getting hit. So that's why, but yeah, parents don't understand that thing. And they just care about the safety of their kids, and they always shout out, we are just picking up our kids and they can't walk, it's too cold out there, right? All those stuff. So yeah, we get a lot of hate in school zones.
Really?
Yeah,
that's sad.
Yeah,
in front of kids.
Doesn't matter if there is a kid in front of them or not, they just swear us, they abuse us, they kind of a argument with us, and they just don't follow those laws.
Right. Could I ask you, what is the worst experience you've had as a parking enforcement officer?
Yeah, as a parking enforcement officer, I got assaulted.
Really?
Yeah. I was doing a mobile shift. I was a patrol supervisor at that time. I'm training a colleague. I'm just explaining how we do tows. As a parking officers, we sometimes seize vehicles to if someone is blocking their driveway completely, so they can get in and out, related to 24-hour violation, blocking an alley completely, making it unsafe for emergency vehicles to go by or something like that. Yeah, I was going with the tow process with the other colleague. So a person came and he just parked on the traffic lane in the opposite direction to the traffic flow, making it unsafe for other traffic or other motorists to go by. And yeah, he was are you towing this vehicle? We said, yes sir. What happened, right? And he just started arguing it's good for you guys, you should be doing your work, something like that. And then we just asked, if you have any question regarding anything, you can come out, park your vehicle properly and come out, and we are happy to answer your questions, right? But he didn't bother to come out of his vehicle, and he was parked illegally all the time. And when we were doing our job, he was still there sitting, and then we asked him to move politely, but he didn't move. And we asked him to move politely again, to move in compliance to park properly, as it's unsafe for other people too. But he refused that, and when we started issuing a ticket, he came out and he grabbed my shoulders and he pushed me back.
Really?
Yeah. And then we just called 911 right away, and no further action was taken properly. So
Right. Did he leave after this, or did he stick around? Or?
Yeah, when he pushed me, then I turned my radio to 911, and after hearing that, he immediately went. The person looks to be drunk, so
Okay. Was drunk and driving?
Yeah.
Too. So he was parked in the middle of the street, drunk driving, and assaulted a parking officer?
Yeah. And nothing's done.
Nothing was done?
Yeah.
Did you discuss this with the police?
We did. And when the police came there, they get to know the vehicle was registered to a business that runs in BC, so they can't find the proper person who was driving that vehicle.
Oh my God! So nothing was done to this guy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really kind of appalling, actually.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, and there are like few more. Just assault this is the only assault I got. Otherwise, we get a lot of verbal abuse and lots of hate. Yeah, from everybody.
Yeah, lots of ignorant and racist comments. But our officers have been peed on.
What?
Yeah, it's happened. Our officers have been punched. They've been pushed. They've been stalked. They've been chased down. We've had motorists follow them back to City Hall. We've had motorists try to follow them home. Things like that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's not just it's not just smaller things like just yelling, I don't like you or something like that. It does get escalated, but our officers are trained in how to remove themselves from bad situations if they can. Right. But as well, they have the ability to go to, like Harwinder said, 911, try to call the police in to try to, de-escalate the situation or to help them out if they need it. So
you were talking before about the reasons why parking enforcement is important. And could you explain that again? Why is it important for people to follow parking rules, in your opinion?
Yeah, because city needs the turnover, right? Turnover not mean like money. It's about if they won't have any limitations or any 2-hour zones here, so mostly people will be parking for the whole day. Somebody who has just a 1 hour or a 2-hour business at Cornwall Center or something like that, they will be getting a hard time to get a parking space. If there would be a regular turnover of vehicles, so everybody would getting a parking space for that. And we also enforce for safety violation. If somebody is too close to an intersection or somebody too close to alley intersection, they're going to be creating blind spots for the pedestrians crossing, and there are going to be more chances there are going to be accidents, there are going to be people getting hit because of that, right? If someone is parking too away from the curb, they will be encroaching into the traffic lane. That's going to be causing problems for the motorists to easily go by through those public highways or public alleys, right? And if someone is blocking a fire hydrant, they're going to be creating a blind spot for the fire trucks to see those fire hydrants and to get the access of the fire hydrant easily. There are every violation or every bylaw has a meaning behind it.
But basically what you're saying is that in a lot of regards, this is about sharing. Right? It's about sharing downtown, it's about sharing the roads, sharing space, like you were supposed to learn in elementary school.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna be sharing that, we're gonna be taking care of safety of other people, the parking gonna be a much more better. And when people understand this, they're gonna be appreciating us, not abusing us.
I have my doubts that people are ever going to appreciate you. I'm sorry to say that, Harwinder.
Yeah.
Dream. You can dream.
We can just dream then.
Yeah, your optimism is refreshing, but I don't share it. I'm sorry.
Well, that's fine then.
Is there anything else you'd like to end on? Anything you want the public to know?
Yeah, just I want the public to know that we are humans too, and we are just doing our part of job, and that's the job we are doing. And when they go out do their job, they have to do that job properly and what procedures those jobs require. So we are doing our job, and they have to think about it. It's just for the safety of people, And yeah, if they understand the bylaw properly, and if they have any question, they go on city website, they can go and look onto the bylaw. And if they understand those bylaws and the reasons behind it, the safety concerns behind it, so they will understand why we are here. And if we will not be here, the city gonna be a whole mess within few days, and there would be a lot of accidents. So if they understand that, they're gonna be appreciating us, and we just want encouragement from their side, not like abusive or other threats from them. So it's just we just need encouragement, that's all.
Live in hope, Harwinder.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like we still hope, right? Not like after this, not 10, but at least 1 or 2 people, the mindset could be changed, and even 1 or 2 encouragement, yeah, that would be great for the whole day.
That was Queen City Parking Cops.
Excellent. The thin, high-vis line.
Huge thanks to Harwinder Singh and Jason Weitzel for putting up with me for a few hours.
That was delightful.
Yeah.
Normally, my position is a cab. All cops are booze starts, except for Harwinder.
Yeah. Well,
and maybe Jason.
They're not cops.
They're enforcing the rules.
They're enforcement officers. They're commissionaires.
Oh, really?
Technically. Yeah, so technically the parking enforcement is subcontracted out to the commissionaires, but they do operate out of City Hall.
Right.
And Jason is like the manager of that department. So
I am disappointed to hear that people have peed on them.
Yeah, that's pretty appalling, huh?
It is, yeah. And you should never pee on parking law, parking enforcement officers. Even if they're very convincingly dressed as toilets, which why would they be?
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go.
I mean, people, man. It's just so dang disappointing. Yeah. And then his story about how the worst place for parking enforcement officers is in school zones. Like, parents in front of their children will tear a strip off, like, a poor parking officer who's just like, you can't block the sight lines. You can't, like, block other parents. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, parents like to set examples for children.
Yeah.
And that is to be like an obnoxious bully.
Apparently
so.
Apparently, yeah. So, yeah. So that was, I guess I did that last week. Mm-hmm. And it was a chilly day. And, issued 2 tickets over the course of those hours. Yeah.
I mean, those are 2 tickets you saw issued that you would never see otherwise. So.
One thing that I am wondering, though, is I do know that there are a fair number of city employees who listen to this broadcast, and the person who got that first ticket was probably a city employee, and I wonder if they're listening to the show right now going, God damn it! Deshane, I'm coming for you!
I'm more curious about the Hotel Sask employee, the unwitting star of the documentary.
Yeah.
Like that guy had like just the best little monologue.
He did. He was great. Yeah.
It's a ticket a few years ago, 5, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, more than that.
Great, yeah. And I liked the way the story kept sort of unfolding.
Yeah.
Sort of more and more tickets piling up.
Yeah.
Just good stuff. Solid gold.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, we should probably wrap this meeting up. We're pretty much out of time.
Oh no, I feel like we're just getting started.
Yeah. We can start again next week.
All right, we'll start. We'll put a pause on this. I will shut myself down.
Okay.
And we'll start next week.
All right.
In the meantime, I'll move to adjourn though.
I would second that motion.
All right, motion is carried. Meeting is adjourned. You've been listening to the Queen City Improvement Bureau on 91.3 AccessNow Community Radio. Tune into the community. Your hosts are Paul Deshen and Aidan Morgan. Music by Guidewire and occasionally by Kim Fury. We're broadcast live, as I said earlier on in the episode, from 7 to 8 p.m. on Thursday evenings and rebroadcast Monday afternoon, 3 to 4 p.m. so you can hear all of our good stuff while you're driving around and parking and getting tickets. Anywho, where else can we be found? CJTR, AccessNow Radio. .ca. You can listen to us there, find our own podcasts, or go to our website, queencityab.com. And also, we are on Blue Sky. thepalinode.com is me, and there's PD City Hall for Paul, where he does council meetings and so on. All good stuff. And he does mini documentaries there too. All right, I think that's it. We might get some of the record room. What?
No.
No?
Save the date, everybody. October 29th at the Artesian for the 10th anniversary live QCIB show.
Right. Lest we forget.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it.
Now the record room.
Keep on improving, Regina.